Into Belle Vue, where the visitors are the much famed Wigan for this Tuesday night clash. I'm Ian Brook, fellow commentator is Dave Wanless. Wigan making a few changes tonight. Hampson and Gregory injured in the test match on Sunday, unavailable. So their team is fullback Lydon, 2 is Myers, 3 Iro, 4 Bell, 5 Marshall, 6 Edwards, 7 Golding, 8 is Lucas, 9 Dermot, 10 Skirrett, 11 is Betts, 12 is Andy Platt, and at loose forward, of course, the Blackpool himself, Ellery Hanley. Great side Wigan of the 80s, and hopefully Wakefield are going to be a great side of the 90s. And this, I think, is where it all starts. They've got to beat teams like Wigan tonight to show their true potential, their true class.
Sponsored by Medical Services, Jet Burnham 4, sponsored by T-Smith Transport, the Wilson and 5, sponsored by the Wagon and Horses, Mark Conway and 6, sponsored by League UK, Nigel Bell, sponsored by Sandal and Fires, and Adrian Shelford, sponsored by 5.
The Wakefield team is unchanged for its 4th time, which is a good sign for coach David Topless. Blending well together. It's the same 13 that's been on view. Fullback is Slater, 2 is Dave Jones, 3 Jed Byrne, 4 is Andy Mason, 5 Andy Wilson, 6 is Mark Conway, 7 Nigel Bell, 8 Adrian Shelford, 9 is Johnny Thompson, 10 John Glancy, 11 Nick DeToit, 12 Gary Price, and 13 Chris Mortimer. Subs are Lazenby and Kelly. Before the game gets underway, we just pass on to David to see if there's any remarks on tonight's game.
It's a nice night, Ian. It's fresh, but there's no rain. Little wind, but not much. There's a great air of expectancy tonight. Wigan have come obviously as champions last season. Wakefield are doing tremendously well this season, and let's just hope that Wakefield can maintain the good form that they've shown and look forward to an entertaining game tonight, Ian.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Also a bit of added spice in the Wakefield lineup. There's 4 players from Wigan, 3 that play professionally for Wigan, and on the wing David Jones, who comes from Wigan St Patrick's, who will all be out to prove tonight that they're going to have a great game against Wigan. So we're getting ready for the kick-off now. Wigan are going to kick off down towards the scoreboard end. Not much breeze, it's hard to tell, so here we go. It's like Lydon ready to kick off. Gonna kick, thought he was going to kick deep, but he's tried a little one into Conway, who passes on to Wilson. It's taken by Lucas and Platt. Gary Price going in again. Platt and Skirrett. Wakefield trying to get out of their 22. Johnny Thompson just going a few yards. Chris Mortimer in at half-back. Brings it blank towards John Glancy, who makes a good strong run. Shelford now comes in. It's taken by Platt again. Thompson acting half-back. Chris Mortimer. Not a very good kick, really. Dermot picks up the lining. Dermot again. Nigel Bell doing the tackling. So here we go, Wigan with the ball now. Edwards just trying the ball up, passes it to Skerritt, little drop off, well taken there by Adrian Shelford. Dermot then, it's Bletz, he releases the ball in the tackle. Wigan going away now, it's Bell that's on a little run, he shows the ball inside to the winger, but he's well taken there into touch by David Jones. Went a good 20 yards there, did Bell, just showed the little ball inside, took a little bit of cover off, went and tried to get on the outside, but Jones had him covered all the way. So here we go, the first scrum of the evening. It's going to be Wakefield's head and ball. Just a little stoppage in play. Referee just sorting something out, I think, at the scrum. Looks a fair crowd in tonight. Going to play Millennium Noise. So Bells gets the scrum, brings it away, just gets to the 22-metre line. David Jones in, acting halfback, having a little try on his own is David. Good strong run, he takes some pulling down this lad. Plenty of fire. Tackled by Arnold. Glancy then coming in. Hanley again with a strong tackle. Shelford taking the ball a little bit still, just going one way, going over, but he's going across the field. He isn't gaining much ground there. But the crowd love him here at Wakefield. He's Mortimer then to Gary Price. Taken. It's the last tackle now. Johnny Thompson going to back to Mark Conway. Well spotted there by Edwards. Trying to release ball. Goes one way. Makes the ball. We've lost the ball of Wakefield. Bit slopshod work there from Wakefield. It's the handover, seeing as it was the last tackle, so we can come away with the ball. Long ball to Iro, who fumbles it, and it's a knock-on. Bit of a few early mistakes at this present time, David, a bit of settling in.
Yeah, it's a little bit colder than you're actually thinking. It could be that people's fingers are a little bit cold and we're just starting to get used to the ball, but Wigan's defence looks a little bit tight. That, you know, they're moving up very, very quickly. Wakefield are going to have to start and lie that little bit deeper.
Yeah, so Bell feeds the ball. It's taken by Golding. Nick Detroit then just trying a little go on his own. 3 Wigan defenders there on him. Golding, Dermot and Platt. Thompson then to Glancy. Early sounding out by the forwards, just testing one another out these early stages. So it's Glancy then, play the ball to Thompson. Conway, drop off to Gary Price, brings it back the other way. He's taken by Dermot, slips the ball in the tackle to Johnny Thompson. Just not much ground being made at present. It's just a strong tackling defence from Wigan at present. A good long wide ball from Conway. Wilson well taken there by Myers. So Conway again, first man, tries a little kick. Doesn't go very far. All onside. It's Wigan's ball again. Gary Price has got the ball. That's the last tackle, that's the handover. Wigan not in possession of the ball. So Wigan coming away 5 yards, 10 yards maybe from their own 22. Goes one way, Dermot to Lucas, well taken by Shelford, but slips the ball on. Then to Skerritt, who's getting up now. Little Edwards switching the play the other way, drops it back inside then. It's Bell well taken then by Chris Mortimer. So Dermot, Hanley, first touch of the ball from Hanley, strong lad Hanley, but they've surrounded him this time and shoving him back, which gets the biggest cheer of the night from the crowd. That was Glancy, Mason and Detroit all into Hanley very quick. Danger man, of course, excellent player. So a long kick down then from Lydon. Jake Jones fielders in his own 22. Bring the ball away, just can't. Slips the ball in the tackle to Jed Byrne. Makes another 10 yards, so it's Wakefield in attack now. Shelford. 4 Wigan players all round him, driving him back. Really keen spotting tonight. So Jed Burning acting half-back, just going a few more yards, so Conway acting half-back. It's going to be a long kick down then, testing Leiden out at these early stages. Feels it on his 22, shapes up to kick, beats Conway, but there's Nigel Bell and helped by Andy Mason. So Ido in, acting half-back to Goulding, long ball to Edwards, got Hanley on his outside. Hanley comes on a strong running field, beat 1-man-2, steps out of the tackle, lays the ball off to Ido, who flips it back inside to Myers. Not a very good ball, and Mortimer's on him straight away. So Lucas now going to test it out. Taken by Wilson and Price. Dermot in again, Edwards at first man. Just get it on a dummy run to Betts. He's well held as Betts by Johnny Thompson and Glancy. Dermot again then. Wigan trying to get clear of their own half. Dermot again held, so it's Golding in acting half-back. Going to be a long ball back to Leiden at full-back. Gary Price trying to chase back for the kick, only under pressure. And it's a bit of a poor kick, I think, from Leiden. Not much distance there Wilson takes. Wigan not the compulsory 10 yards from the kick. I think Hanley there just a little bit creeping offside with Lucas. You've got to stay 10 yards from the kick. So it's Conway then. Finds touch on the halfway line. Thompson then, little tap to Glancy. Good straight run, well held by Lucas and Skiddick, two big lads. Gary Price, a short ball from Conway there, just making a few yards. Thompson to Chris Mortimer, who tries a little kick down into the Wigan 22, but Leiden's there again, running the ball out again, but he's taken well by Dutoit, so 5 yards from their own 22. It's Marshall, the wingman, just coming in and helping his forwards, just taking the ball clear. Dermot, Edwards, there's Platt, got shoved back, all taken back. Not much yardage at all from Wigan at the present time. Dangerous side though. Little drop off. Edwards into the gap now. Got Bell with him, throws in the ball. Going on his own is Edwards. But taken by Gary Price. Andy Mason could have been very tricky there for Wakefield at one stage. Looked to have a bit of an overlap. Golding to Skirrett. Skirrett well taken there by Bell in the first instance. Helped by Mortimer again. So Edwards then, first man, doing another kick. Testing young Slater out at early stages, I think. Just see what he's like. Young lad, put him under a little bit of pressure. Beats Lucas. Good side-stepping run from Slater. Beating 2 or 3 man. Making a good run there. Must have come 30, 35 yards. Beat 2 or 3 men. Good side-step, the lad. Come way well. So it's Jed Burning again acting half-back. Trying to burst his way through. Showing plenty of fight, plenty of vigour against his old colleagues tonight. So Wakefield with the ball to Mortimer. Mrs. Shelford, ball goes long. It's a kick through from Edwards. Looks like it's going to go into touch just by the corner flag. No, I don't think it is. Referee's in doubt here what the actual decision is, and it's going to be, it's a tap 25. So it's a tap 25, a bit of a scare there for Wakefield. How did you see that, Dave?
Well, it was just an unfortunate error in play. Chris thought that the long ball was on, it wasn't. It went to ground, and Edwards just came and put the boot to it.
Thanks, David. Yep, so Wakefield bringing the ball away. Glancy coming on a storming run again, met by the wing defence there of Platt and Dermot. So Mortimer then having a go himself. Wakefield nearly getting to the halfway line now. So Conway then, first man, dropping off to Gary Price, switching play back the other way, trying to go into the gap that the defence leaves, but there isn't one there. So it's Thompson to Conway with the kick again. That's the better kick, I think. It's going back towards the Wigan try line, then picked up by Myers. Well taken by Detroit, and there's only one Wigan man back at present. Bit late getting back, and some of the Wigan lads, and this big lad Iro coming to take the ball out of defence, but doesn't get far. taken by Gary Price, helped by Johnny Thompson. So Dermot passes then to Dean Bell. Not much going on from Wigan at this stage. And here comes Lucas trying to clear their own 22-metre line. I think we've had 4 tackles, so looks like it's a bit of holding down in the tackle there. And it's a penalty to Wakefield. Penalty to Wakefield. So I think Lucas must have been hold of Thompson's shirt trying to get the penalty himself, David.
Yes, he was, and I think Wigan have been made to look very ordinary by a very strong Wakefield side. Over these last few weeks, the tackling has been absolutely tremendous by Wakefield, and they're carrying on from where they've left off over these last 2 games, and it's paying dividends. Wigan have been made to look very, very ordinary.
Thanks, David, and here we have Conway with a kick. It's about 20 yards out, straight in front. So we've been playing just about 14 minutes now. Conway goes over. Only cleared the crossbar by a couple of feet, but it was there, so that's Wakefield in the lead, and then after 14 minutes by 2 points to 0. So Wigan then with the kick-off again. How will Lydon play it this time? He thought he'd have probably gone for distance last time. He tried a little one down to the 22 line. He goes long this time. Well taken by Slater. He's bringing it away. Taken by Dermot and Lucas. So Andy Wilson in acting halfback, just trying to clear this 22-metre line. Goes into Skirrit and Platt. Platt doing a fair bit of tackling stint early doors. Shelford here comes on a storming run. He's burst through the first tackle there. He's Shelford. That's a very good storming run. Not just brush Betts aside there, the Great Britain back row man, and Glancy comes on a tilt, making more yardage. That's good yardage from the Wakefield boys, the Wakefield pack there. Shelford in again, as you know. Johnny Thompson just dummies and just goes on their own. So we're to the last tackle now. So it'll be a kick from Conway, I should think. Yes, it's a little kick for touch. He's found touch, yes, just short of the Wigan 22-metre line. So some good storming pack play there from the Wakefield front row of Shelford and Glancy.
Yes, I mean, the eagerness is there, and it's been evident over the last few weeks, and we keep saying that if they can maintain this level, we're going to go places, Ian.
Yeah. So Wakefield, they're just good in defence. Mason just tackling Edwards as he came away, and that's another tackle, so they're not making much yardage, but I think something's just happened in the tackle there. It looks like he's pulling out Jed Byrne, I think, getting a little bit over-eager with his ex-teammates, just letting them know he's around. In fact, it was Mark Conway. My eyesight's not so good. So here we go. That's a good tackle there from John Glancy. Stops Skirrit in his tracks. Goulding just running the ball across, looking for men dropping off. Platt comes on a good straight run. Great Britain forward. That's some good matches in the test. Edwards there trying to show people what they missed in the test matches tonight, hopefully. Not from Wakefield's point of view, of course. That's Lucas then. So Wigan just applying a little bit of pressure. Goulding, a little chip ahead, chasing it up, but it's bounce strike for Detroit. Goulding goes down, aiming for the penalty, I think, there, which he did at Wigan, which proved costly for Wakefield at one time last season. Referee didn't fall for it this time, though. So Wilson playing the ball. Thompson took Mortimer, just showing inside to Mason. Lucas Texan. Rise to Shelford. Shoves Hanley off, goes across. Making some telling runs is Shelford against his old teammates present. Now Bell coming away from acting halfback, just checking away. Trying to get to halfway. It's the last tackle again, so it's to Conway, so it's a little chip this time. Mason following up at side of it. Mason gets into Conway. Referee's blown up for offside. I think the referee was wrong in my reasoning there. I saw Mason at side of Conway when he kicked, and to me I thought that was a perfectly good try there. I didn't think Mason was offside. What do you think, Dave?
Well, no, Ian, I mean, we're perfectly in line with play here, and Mason was just waiting for Conway to just chip over the top. The ball went Mason's way. He took the ball. Superb pass back inside to Conway. There was nothing at all wrong with that try. I think that try should have been awarded to Jed Burnian.
Yeah, I agree with you, David. I think Mr. Kendall made a bad decision there. So it's a penalty to Wigan now in Wakefield's half. Lucas comes on a run, taken by Glancy Thompson. Dermot then runs across the field, passes to Platt. Well held by Detroit there. So Dermot again, ball to Golding. It's Iro coming up on the far side, but he's well held there by Jed Byrne. And he pins the ball as David Jones off him, and David Jones is away. He's beat 2 or 3 men there. Hanley comes across and takes him. So it's Wakefield putting Wigan under a bit of pressure now. Good line here to Detroit, to Mason. Slater's up in a lap, Mason going on his own. It's well taken there by Lydon. Wakefield on the attack now, putting plenty of pressure on Wigan. So it's Detroit acting halfback to Gary Price. Shelford just trying to release the ball. He does to Jed Byrne. Jed Byrne now faced with Bell, shoves him away. Has another go, slips it to Jones. But Jones is well held there by Hanley. Wakefield still on the attack. Glancy comes on a storming run. The defence and Lucas. So Wigan now got to defend strongly. Wakefield very. Jed Byrne now to Nick Detroit. Nick Detroit having a tilt at him. Slater backing him up. Bell backing him up inside, sorry, so it's Jed Byrne then with a little chip over. Lydon don't quite take it. See what the referee's decision is there. Looked a bit of a knock on there, I think. So, scrum down, knock on. It's going to be Wakefield's head and ball.
I had a feeling tonight, Ian, that this game was going to be a cracker, and so far we're seeing some excellent rugby from Wakefield Trinity. Wigan, as I've said it before, they're being made to look very, very ordinary.
So Bell then to put the ball in. The referee's just having the scrum how he wants it, so Bell puts it into Conway, to Mason, does a little run round as Conway, Wigan and to life to it. Jed Byrne's free. Has he got Jones in at the corner? No, the pass just goes behind him. Referee's give a knock on there. The pass just went behind him. Just made a little bit of overlap there from that run around Conway to Byrne. He just took it in, probably went a little bit close to the man, but flicked the ball over, it just went a bit behind him.
Yeah, I think he just delayed his pass too long. Had he have let the ball go first time, I'm sure David Jones, with his strength and pace, would have gone in at the corner.
So it's Wigan then, got the ball from the scrum, got to clear their own 22 line. And really hemmed down by this strong Wakefield tackling at present, but they're a dangerous side, they could break out at any time. Got to keep this good defence all the time. Well, it's Edwards, long ball to Hanley, what can he do? Here he comes, Hanley, very strong lad, but he's well policed there, they're streaming on him. Byrne, Glanson, Mortimer. So it's Dermot to Edwards. Betts coming through his Betts, but he's taken by Shelford, and we're on the last. They've only got about 20 yards in the 5 towels there as Wigan. It's back to Lydon for the kick downfield, and it's a good kick. It's well taken by. It's not well taken by Slater. I just thought he'd got that easy kick there. It was straight to him, but just reaching a little bit forward, just overbalanced and spilled the ball. So it's going to be Wigan now with the head and ball just short of the Wakefield 22. So, and they've lost it. So one again ahead for Johnny Thompson. Johnny will be telling us all in the dressing room about that, I think, David, won't he? He's got one again ahead. He'll be really making us have it. So it's Mason just having a go on his own. Johnny Thompson here to Glancy. Glancy running in hard, but weight of numbers there of Skirich and Platt. Platt already has shown he's done some very good defending already. So Shelford with the ball. I think the Wakefield forwards just now and again are standing a little bit still when they get the ball, David.
Yeah, they are standing a little bit still. The likes of Glancy and Shelford, if they would actually come onto the ball, onto the vantage line at full pace, I'm sure they'd make a little bit more ground.
It's on the last, so Mortimer kicks downfield to Lydon. Got it, running it out is Lydon. Is well taken by Nick DeToy there, playing against his own teammates. Iro running across the field, looking for an opening, but Gary Price is there to police him all the way. So Dermot to Edwards, brings Platt round. Platt's well taken there by Mortimer. Big strong tackler is Mortimer, really puts it in. Gets in there with Glancy to check McDermott, so it's Golding then to Edwards. To Bell. Bell running across, drops inside to Iro. Big strong running, looking for the gap, keeping the ball alive. Edwards skips over his man on the floor, but looking in a dangerous vein there were Wigan, but Nigel Bell saw the danger and just caught him. So it's Hanley acting half back to Lydon. What's Lydon going to do now? And they puts another kick up, but it's going out towards the wing. Ball's bobbing about there. Wakefield pick it up inside their own 22. Although the score's only 2-0, we've seen plenty of action. It's been exciting. So Jones just coming away there. Penalised, just holding down his Platt in the tackle a little bit there. 25 minutes gone then, and Wakefield is still in the lead by 2 points to 0. But as we say, looked like a good try that they got. Conway kicks for touch, right on the halfway line. Slater just getting a little bit of attention there from Lee Robinson, the physio. Always likes me to give him a mention, does Lee. So Glancy going in hard, makes some good yardage. Wanting to play the ball, could have been penalised again there. Lucas wouldn't release his foot, but Ken Drew, the referees, not done nothing about that. So it's Shelford and playing the ball to Thompson. Switch to Conway on the blind. He's really going. He's spotted by Edwards, who kept an eye on him there. And Shelford. Edwards a little bit. Johnny Thompson trying a little kick for touch there. Oh. I think must have been practising that in training, David, eh?
Yes, he must. Nice little kick though, and obviously keeps the pressure on.
Here we go now, the Wigan making 2 changes. Just Lucas and Betts going off. Goodway and Gildart coming on. He usually does this John Mooney. After about 25 minutes, 30 minutes play, if he's subbing 2 forwards, he always seems to make a substitution. There must be some kind of Australian ploy that he goes one way. I'd just like to think if he probably got a couple of injuries, he might run out of subs one day, and it could prove costly, David.
Yeah, it could, but also on the other hand, Wigan, as I say, they've not done a great deal, so perhaps he's introduced the 2 substitutes to try and change the pattern of the game, Ian.
Yep. So Wigan now with play near the halfway line, playing the ball. Wakefield penalised there, I think, just for holding down in the tackle by the looks of it. Yeah, gives a signal. So Lydon kicks down, makes 20 yards there. So Wigan now coming to put a bit of pressure on the Wakefield defence again. Just waiting while the ball goes off the field, the spare one. So it's Dermot then. Going to give it to Goodway. It was well taken there. Gildart come for the ball, missed him out. Golding intercepted nearly there by Conway. I thought he'd read it well there. He was just nearly onto that move. Was Conway reading the game very well there.
Goodway replaces number 11 Betts.
It's Bell.
Number 15 Gildart replaces number 8. 21 minutes gone. 2 points to 0. 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 2 points to 0
Dean Bell just making a few inroads, don't get very far. So good way to play the ball on the Wakefield 22 now. Goulding then to Edwards, to Goulding, back to Goulding, to Hanley. Well taken there by Conway though, well spotted, help by Mortimer. Snuffed out any danger there, and we're on the last. On the last, so it's Gildart, gives it back to Lydon, who hoists another kick. It's a very high kick again, he's under it. Slater's there, knocks the ball back. Passes it out to Marshall on the wing, who stops, comes inside, he loses the ball, but it's picked up again by a Wigan man, looks like Bell. Crowd thinking it was knocked on, but seemed to go back to me. So here comes Gildart with a strong run in. So Wakefield got to defend there under a little bit of pressure. First time this half, I really think they've been in, Wigan's been in their half. Platt coming in, Dermot acting half back. Right. Goulding now having a little go on his own, but slips. So it's Dermot. They've really got pressure on this right-hand side of the field then. Edwards going to hit a long ball to Idaho. Looks like obstruction there, but referee hasn't seen it. It's on the last. So it's going to be a little chip over. Offside! And he's offside there. He's the Wigan player. Skirrett just in front of the ball there, so Gary Price just takes a quick tap, trying to catch the defence out before they get organised. Only makes 5 yards though, so Wakefield now got to get away from their own 22-yard line. Coming away now. Detroit going infield. It's not gaining much ground. So Mason acting halfback, having a little go on his own. As Mason nearly gets out of the tackle. Platt's there. And Thompson again to Shelford, shoving him off. Slips the ball out there. Gives a forward pass to Byrne. Under a little bit of pressure there, Wakefield, just not gaining much ground at all, David.
No, we're under a little bit of pressure, but we could use the kick here, and we're not tending to use the kick in a zone 25. The kick and chase is as good as anything when you're trying to work it away from there.
Yeah, so Wigan with the ball from the scrum then to Bell, drops it off to Lydon, who's taken by Conway there. So Hanley's in acting half-back, might have a go on his own. No, gives it wide to Edwards, who runs across. Glancy shoves Glancy off, drops Goodway off. It's a good way to play the ball to Platt. Platt's taken there by Pricey and Nigel Bell. So Dermot again. I'm going to do with just dummies, trying to get Hanley free, but doesn't succeed. So it's Hanley in the acting half-back then. Wigan still in the Wakefield 22, moving it wide now. Edwards, short ball there, looked a bit forward. Another one looked forward, and he's given a try. Well, I must say, David, to me there was at least 2 forward passes in that move.
2 forward passes here, and you're right. That's an absolutely disgusting decision from a referee that was right on the spot. He was right up with play, and how on earth he didn't see either of those forward passes, I'll never know. That's a bad refereeing decision from Mr. Kendrew.
Yeah, I must agree with you, David. There, I think it'll show up there on the video. Andy Goodway then been on the field about 5 minutes, so Moni's, the coach's decision to swap the players round's paid off. He's got Goodway over for a try. Lydon kicks the goal, so after 30 minutes it's Wigan 6, Wakefield 2.
I feel, Ian, as well that it's been against the run of play. I think for the large percentage of this first half, Wakefield Trinity have been on top, and that poor refereeing decision there has just done all the hard work that Wakefield has put in. It's done them a lot of harm, because I feel if we could have held them out just before half-time, you know, I think we could have come through in the second half and probably notched a few points up against this Wigan side.
Yep. Well, let's see what it's done to the confidence, see if they can come back from that. I'm sure the boys can. So it's Wigan now, so it's Gildart running it out, but taken by Price and Detroit in their own 22, right on the 22-metre line now. Playing the ball, Dermot then gives it to Platt. He's well taken again. Wigan might just raise the game after that because they weren't playing what you'd say all that good to start with. As David said, Wakefield had majority of the play under a little bit of pressure in their own 22 though for a few minutes and resulted in the Wigan score, and it's back to Lydon now. Lydon downfield again, testing Slater out. Ball bounces, gonna take it now, and here he comes upfield. Beats one man, which is Skerritt. Just knocks him off. Strong lad is Slater once he comes running. Andy Wilson here coming straight and hard. Runs at Skerritt. So Thompson to Nick Detroit. Detroit then to play the ball. Johnny Thompson in acting half back. Gives it to Shelford. Shelford plays the ball. Conway then in midfield drops dummies one, doubles two, throws the ball out, picked up by Slater. Slater going forward, taken by Ido and Platt, so it's Conway in acting half back. On the last, he's going to kick upfield. It looks a pretty good kick. It's excellent kick. It's gone in a touch, just about 3 yards from the corner flag. Nice kick that, David.
Yeah, it's one of Mark Conway's major strengths. Over the last few weeks we've seen his kicking game improve tremendously, and although that ball tended to bounce well to the left there, it was still a good positional kick.
So Golding to put in the scrum. Just so, gets out, runs infield. There's weight of numbers there, followed across by Nigel Bell and Nick Detroit. Covering from the second row man there, so Bell in strong again, really getting into the Wigan players, and Dermot trying from acting half back, so that's three they've had trying to get out of this 22. Platt coming on strong, Glancy holds him though, only gains a few yards, so still in their own 22. Hanley coming from first man, strong run from Hanley, but it's well taken there by Price and Johnny Thompson. It's back to Lydon on the last. So kick downfield again from Lydon. Taken by Wilson inside his own half of the field. Brings it back just short of halfway. So what can Wakefield do again now? So Slater coming in into the line of attack. Eager for work, the full back there. Just coming up. Just probably giving his forwards a breather. So Mortimer. Don't want to run to Shelford. Shelford turned and shoved back. Johnny Thompson again, acting half back. Conway, long ball, White to Detroit, who just held onto the ball there, looked to be slipping a little bit out of his hands. Hanley with the tackle with Gildart, so Conway in again. Kicks in the Wigan 22 again, keeping Wigan down in their half, trying to get him under a lot of pressure. Conway's right up, it's Myers there, and he's taken by Mason and of course Nigel Bell, doing a sterling work in defence is Nigel. There we go, good way going in field, but he's taken by Mortimer. Dermot again, Dummies one way, brings it back the other. Jedburn there, strong in the tackle. Skerritt down on the deck. Plays the ball. Edwards in at first man. White to Hanley now. Has he got with him? He's gone in about. Detroit's just has slipped him. I thought he was just going to get away from Nick Detroit, but Gary Price is doing a good job on Hanley. He's tackled him a few times now when I watched, so Iro strong. Glances there for the task to tackle him, so it's on the last. Edwards goes in acting half back, kicks again downfield, just nearly into the Wakefield 22. In fact, it's 2-3 yards inside. Slater bringing it out, dummies one way. He's well taken by Gildart. Johnny Thompson, Andy Wilson, and coming in, taking infield, goes 5 yards. Johnny Thompson again. going from acting half-back, trying a bit on his own. Taken by Gildart. So Nigel Bell to Shelford. Shelford then, as they're coming on a run again, looking to offload the ball, slips it and nearly a knock on there from Wakefield, but it's regathered by Bell. Passes to Mortimer on the blind, who gives it to Jed Byrne. Wakefield struggling a little bit to gain a bit of yardage. It's back to Conway. Kicks again, left-footed kick down into the Wigan 22 again. So here we go with Marshall just taking the ball off Lydon. Brings it 5 yards outside his own 25. Ball to Hanley. What can Hanley do? It's a good tackle from Detroit. I should think they'll be letting go to penalise Detroit there. I think if Detroit are letting go, I think Hanley might have run on there, David.
Yes, I think he would have done, Ian. He would have certainly played the ball very, very quickly, but it's been quite evident that the Australians kept him quite quiet on Saturday, and I think what David Topless has done is put a couple of men on Hanley, and they've done very well, and they've kept him very quiet.
Yeah. Golding gives a wide ball to Gildart. Just loses his footing, got half a break there, but Dermot now, so it's Wing's turn to try and put a bit of pressure on. Long ball there from Goodway, that gives it to Bell, but he's well taken by Mortimer. We're getting close to half-time now. Only be a few minutes left to half-time, so Hanley strong in the tackle, but weighty numbers again. Gary Price is doing a good job on him. That's about the third or fourth time he's took him tonight. I think he probably put him on as David. So we're on the last. So will Lydon try a drop goal from here? About 30 yards out. What's he going to do? No, he's trying a kick. High kick, trying to get Slater, putting Slater under pressure. Oh, a little bit of pressure for young Slater there. Just misjudged the ball there. I thought he was going to take on the full and just got a little bit caught in two minds. I think Wigan have just trying to get the young lad under a little bit of pressure, trying to get his nerves going a little bit. So it's Wakefield with a tap. Shelford. To Jed Byrne, comes in acting half-back. Makes a good 10 yards there, does Jed. That's a good run from acting half-back. Here we have Gary Price coming up, but he's lost the ball, has Gary. And then he knocked Tom Blayton knock on, and how the referee can say that went backwards, I don't know. I think John Kendall wants to still stick to playing his guitar because he's having a bad game tonight for me at refereeing.
Yes, he is, Ian. I've heard over the past few weeks, certainly people that have played in the games where Kendall's been refereeing have said that he's not living up to standards, and he really should be, in my view, especially on this performance, downgraded, Ian.
Yep. So Golding there. Makes a little break, he's got Hanley with him, and it's Goodway in under this post. So a break there from young Golding, showed the ball, big gap was left, went through it. There was Hanley and Goodway in support. Goodway the first man, passed inside to him. So Andy Goodway goes under this post. That's a back time for Wakefield. That's right on half-time. 40 minutes gone, right on half-time. And it looks like Wakefield are going to go in 12-2 down. Yes, it's a goal to Lydon. I think we must be playing whatever injury time's being called. I haven't seen any. So it's Wigan 12, Wakefield 2. There the half-time multi goes in. And I think what I would say, the score doesn't reflect the game at all. I think Wakefield's had majority of play. Couple of mistakes. One, the first try, definitely forward passes. Knock-on contributed there towards the build-up to the second try, and I think Mr. Kendall should look at himself at half-time and seriously think about getting a few coaching lessons on refereeing, because his standard has been very poor, I think, in the first half.
Yeah, very poor. I mean, he's obviously, from a Wakefield Trinity's point of view, he's obviously let Wigan back into the game. I mean, he let 2 blatant forward passes go, which enabled Wigan to score their first try, and only a couple of yards in front of him there when Shelford knocked on the ball and he tried to play the advantage. The Wigan man knocked on, and that obviously was the building point for the second try, as you say, Ian. And that has obviously put Wakefield Trinity behind when they were in such a strong position.
OK, David, see you for the second half. Right, we're just getting ready now for the second half. Wakefield, a lot of play in the first half. Just 2 chances that Wigan had, and they've took them both. What do you think Dave Topless will have said to the players for the second half, David? Anything he said at half-time? Do you think he'll have altered team tactics or anything?
I don't think he'll have altered team tactics. I think what he'll have said is, look, lads, you know, the first 20 minutes of this game, we were absolutely tremendous. We were knocking them down in the tackle, and we were playing some good rugby. And what I think he'll try to be doing is trying to revert them back to the first 20 minutes of the first half, get them playing into that mode, and I think you'll see a difference in the side.
Yeah, so we're waiting for Wigan to come out, just probably needing a few more moments just to prepare themselves. Wakefield lads eager to get on with it. Can't see any changes on the Wakefield lineup. I still think they're got the same 13 on as they started. The same 13 that's been for the last 4 matches, which over the seasons, David, must be some kind of a record.
Yeah, it must. I mean, over the few seasons that I've been here, certainly there's times when you see 56 players used in a season, and which means obviously that you've got no consistency in your players. But over the last 4 games, we've been able to field the same side, which means that we're starting to string together the consistency that we require to be up and amongst the top 4 sides in the First Division, Ian.
Yeah. Looks like Wigan needing quarter of an hour at half-time instead of the regular 10 minutes. And here they come to the mostly bulls of the crowd. A few Wigan supporters in the crowd tonight, which looks a pretty good crowd, David. Hard to judge. Must be at least 5,500 to 6,000 here tonight, I would think. It's going to be Wakefield to kick off. I hope Mr. Kendrow's been looking at his refereeing book at half-time just to brush up on a few things. Been slightly lacking first half. So Mark Conway then to start the second half. Wakefield playing towards the scoreboard end. Now we go. Gildart just bringing the ball away, just a few metres short of the 22-metre line. Nigel Bell again in with the tackling with Chris Mortimer. Dermot to Andy Platt, taken by Glancy. Dermot again going on his own. Glancy offside there. The play of the ball didn't quite recover in time. Given just not marking square, so penalty to Wigan. So Lydon to kick the ball and don't actually get into touch, but it does with the bounce. And mix up between Mason there and Wilson. I think neither of them shouted. A bit of a communication problem there, David.
Yeah, a bit of a communication problem, Ian. It was quite evident, but I think the backman should call in a situation like that. So perhaps Andy Mason was right in looking at Andy Wilson and asking him why the call wasn't made.
Right, so it's Hanley with the ball now, trying to break through from the tackle, but Johnny Thompson there with his flancher teammate, Nigel Bell. Platt there coming strong again. Strong lad, he's Andy Platt, the Great Britain forward. Really comes straight and hard. So Dermot then to Gildart. So it's on the last tackle now. Dermot, Edwards at first man. What's he going to do? He's going to do a little kick over here. Testing Slater out again. Well taken by Slater there. So Wakefield in the side their own 22-metre line. Got to bring it out. Andy Wilson coming again. Trying to clear this 22-metre area. Johnny Thompson acting halfback. To Nick Dutoit. Just more or less gets to the 22-metre line. That's 3 tackles we've had. So Johnny Thompson going again on his own. Just grows a few more yards. So Bell back to Conway. Going to be a long kick downfield. Lydon perfectly positioned, waiting for the ball to bounce and roll to him. So just looking for which way to run. Nigel Bell there again with the tackling. I think Nigel must be well up with the tackle count. He seems to be all over the field tonight. Sheldon, and there he is, Nigel again, taking Bell. Bella Wigan, that is, of course. 2 Bells on the field tonight. Edwards slipping the ball to Hanley. Hanley in a bit of space, slips the ball out, but he's well policed by Jed Byrne there. Got Young Goulding coming up, so it's Hanley again. He's coming a little bit more into the game this half. Hello, we didn't see much of him first half, but he's having a go this half. I think he's playing for the penalty there. Seems to be holding Nigel and reckoning to be struggling. So it's Edwards. Long ball. Near the cheer for the forward pass. I think it's probably the first one he's seen tonight. So I think the crowd agree with me there. So it's John Glancy on the turnover. Johnny Thompson going again from acting halfback. Skerritt hitting Glancy off the ball there. Probably thought he was going to get the pass, but just had a little dig. Nothing that John Glancy can't handle. Big strong lad. So it's Conway now. Kicks down. Goes 25 yards to the Wigan 25-yard line. Johnny Thompson then slips it to Glancy. Glancy taking it straight and hard. But Wakefield on the attack now. Can they get back into this game early in the second half? Johnny Thompson having a go at acting half-back. Glancy, Shelford, Conway, Gary Price. Gary Price making in a little gap, straight through is Gary Price. That's a superb try from Gary Price. Lovely worked move. I don't think the move actually had come off at first, and then Gary Price went through about 3-4 men, sidestepped straight and hard, brushed off a few tackles, and Gary Price is in, and it looks like he's injured himself scoring the try. Good try that, David.
Yeah, I've seen this lad since he was 17, and I've seen him come through the A team and now into the first team, and that just goes to show, with the strength there and the tenacity that he showed there scoring that try, that he's established himself now in this first team. And Malcolm really wants to come and watch this lad, because I think he's one of the future internationals that are going to show these Aussies how we can play football.
Thanks a lot, David. Yeah, we're coming out with the big words again, the tenacity. Eh? So it's Conway then to kick from in on the post. Martin Peckfield there on with Lee Robinson, just having a look at Gary. I think he's looks all right, might be just a little bit winded. Going to get plenty of cheers from this crowd here at Belle Vue. Just listen to this. It shows how much is respected here, doesn't it? Just having a little drink. So Conway with a kick just at the left-hand side of the post. Kicks a goal. So that makes the score now Wakefield 8, Wigan 12. And we're in the 50th minute there, the try to Gary Price. So Wakefield right back in this game again, just 4 points behind. So Lydon with a kick from halfway. Goes deep, taken by Mortimer there. Slips the ball to Andy Wilson to get yardage. Just manages to get to the 22-metre line, so Mortimer then gives it to Shelford. Comes on a strongish run, but well policed by the Wigan defence tonight is Adrian. Glancy here, he makes another strong run. There the Wigan forwards are up to the task. Just Mortimer coming on a run himself, taken by Goodway and Gildart. So we have Shelford again. Gildart, strong run. Wakefield just trying to move the ball about. Bell just slipped there when looked on, so back to Conway because we're on the last. Kicks downfield, low kick, rolling ball. Lydon picks up well, comes running towards halfway, where he's well taken by Andy Mason there. Nigel Bell played injured and Lee Robinson's just attending to him, just near the 22-metre line. So it's Wigan now with an overlap here. It's Goodway, slips the ball inside to Marshall. Marshall beats 1-2 men. David Jones is there, pulls him down, so Wigan coming back into the Wakefield 22 line. Edwards working it blind, gives it to Skirry, took the blind, not many there. Referee seeing something there. Penalises David Jones for taking Edwards out of the game after he passed the ball. I know he tackled him, but there didn't seem anything dirty in that, David. No, nothing dirty, but just tackled him after he'd released the ball. So, in effect, I suppose it is a penalty, but a bit harsh. So Lydon's going to have a kick at goal then. F886 FWT, which is number 5 in captaincy. Please remove it before it's go away. F886 FWT. So Lydon with a kick at goal. He's about 30 yards out. 15 yards in from touch. Some fan making comment about Kendrow's guitar, saying somebody had pinched it. Makes a bit of a mess of that, does Lydon, and Nigel Belfields running the ball out. Brings it a good 10 yards. So Andy Wilson in again, acting halfback, running the run round with Chris Mortimer, coming in field, still going Andy Wilson. Runs into Hanley and Skirrit. So Johnny Thompson acting half-back to Shelford. Looked a bit offside there, the Wigan team, but not much going right. Kendrew in a back position there that play the ball. The players could stand anywhere. He's getting back with the players now. I hope he watches this video. You can tell by the crowd how they feel about that. He's got to get a grip of his game. I think he's having a pretty poor match tonight, and if Lindop gets this video, he might be downgraded. So, penalty to Wakefield, they're in the halfway line. John Glancy comes good, strong and hard there. Takes it to the 10-yard line. Nick DeToy having a tilt. Breaks through again. Breaks through one tackle. Referee penalising there, Wigan. Knocking the ball away in the tackle. So it's a penalty to Wakefield. This is about 30 yards out. What they're going to do? Are they going to go for goal or... Yeah, he's going for the goal, is Mark Conway. See if he can narrow the gap to 2 points. He's halfway between the posts and the touchline. about 30 yards out. So the game going from end to end, with Leiden just having a shot at goal a couple of minutes ago, and here we have Conway at the other end. Want to take a shot. It looks there all the way. The crowd were shouting before it went through to let us know. It's now Wakefield 10, Wigan 12, and that's in the 55th minute. Penalty goal to Mark Conway. So Leiden bringing the ball back. Kick downfield again. So Wakefield getting back into this game slowly, edging nearer and nearer to the Wigan points. Wilson there drives it out, but he's well taken back by Gildart and Platt. So Shelford comes on a strong run, but taken by Goodway there. Johnny Thompson to John Glancy. John Glancy just making a bit of yardage. That's 3 tackles we've had. Moving it to Conway, who was going to kick downfield. That's a good kick towards touch. Ball's rolling. Yeah, it goes into touch. Just about 8 yards from the Wigan 22-metre line. So the Wigan fans a little bit quiet as the Wakefield fans do the chant. Really trying to get behind the team and lift them just to get back these 2 points that we're behind. Golding puts in the scrum to Edwards. Does a run round with Bell, but Slater's got him covered, so it's Conway. Stanley with the ball. Hanley making a little bit of a break there. Looked a little bit dangerous. Broke through the tackle. Made some good yardage, but Nigel Bell was there to just hold him. So Goodway coming strong. Getting towards the Wakefield halfway line now. Edwards. Ball to Skirrett. Skirrett well taken by Gary Price. And Glancy holding him there. So lost ground there as Wigan in that play. So it's Dermot coming at acting half-back. Gives it short to Hanley. Releases the ball back. Still keeping the ball alive now. Wigan slips it to Ido. Still keeping the ball alive. Not going much, but just a broken play. Ido's well taken there by his New Zealand teammate Shelford. So back to Leiden for the kick downfield. It looks a good kick as well. Long raking kick towards the corner. It's gone in 5 yards from the corner flag. Good kick there, David.
Yeah, there's no bigger bonus for any forward than to see a ball go 60 yards like that into corner. Gives them a big incentive.
Yeah, so it's going to be Wakefield's heading ball. Play fluctuating a bit from end to end at present time.
Yes, it is. It's in fact, it's becoming a very, very entertaining game where you couldn't say that either side is on top, and it's making it very, very entertaining for the spectators today, Ian.
So Wakefield got the ball. Nigel Bell just scrambling away from the scrum. So Wakefield got to clear this danger area now. Shelford going to bring it away. Few yards. Wilson there having a tilt on his own. Andy Wilson beats one man, beats two. Just gets a tackling, just stops him from coming the yardage. Mortimer there getting a few more yards, so about 2 or 3 tackles now. Jed Byrne there, well held by the Wigan pair of Bell and Edwards, so we're on the last, so it'll be back to Conway to kick for position downfield. Again, it's a good kick. Ball bounces, take a bit of pace off it for Leiden. Marshall's in field with him, he dummies to him, but Johnny doesn't fall for the dummy. Just makes the tackle. So Dermot goes on his own. Mortimer there, takes him to ground. Dermot again. Something on with Edwards, has he? Slips it to Goodway. Goodway, strong. Gets it to halfway. So Edwards again. To Skirrett. Taken by Glancy. Plays the ball in. Dermot again, going on his own. Busy little player, this Dermot. Slips the ball to Golding, who passes back the other way to Dean Bell. Dean Bell drops off Gildart. Then back to Andy Platt. Keeping the ball alive by Wigan, but not going anywhere. So Wakefield got to keep the tackling going. Platt's then taken by Jones. So it's on the last tackle. What we're going to do here, Edwards. Little kick. Up and under is Edwards. So it's play on then. Bell's got the ball. That looks like the handover. Bell taken on the 22-metre line. Kendrew in again at play the ball. He's just pointing to the Wigan man to get on side. I think that's going to do a lot of good. So Shelford here coming across. Taken by Golding. Mason, Price. Mason again. Can't get through with Platten there. Johnny Thompson then. Gives it to Nick Dulcoit. Well taken by Goodway and Platt. So Johnny Thompson again to Morton, to Conway. Knocks on Conway, a little bit eager, I think, to kick downfield there, David. Yeah, it's his first mistake today, Ian, and, you know, as you say, eagerness there just took over. So we've just got a little stoppage in play. Well, Platt's getting substituted for Lucas again, and Wakefield are making a sub. Lazenby's coming on for Nick Dulcoit. So Nigel goes to loose forward. Mark Conway to scrum half, and Tracy's gone to stand up half. So getting Tracy on. Looks at Dean Bell. Taken by Slater.
Lazenby for 11, Dulcoit.
Lazenby there. Getting in his first tackle, make him feel a lot better. Getting straight into the game. That's what you've got to do when you come on from substitute. Skirrett coming on a strong run, but Johnny Thompson there able to the task. Linesman's up there with his flag, must have seen something. Play still carrying on. Hanley there with the ball. Linesman stood in the middle of the field with his flag up. Referee hasn't spotted him yet. Still hasn't spotted him. He has now. He has now. So I don't know what the incident involved. I think it was that bit of kerfuffle at the play of the ball, David. Yeah, Nigel Bell I think was involved, and knowing Nigel like I do, I'm sure that the penalty will go Wakefield Trinity's way, because Nigel never does anything like that, and there we are, that's proof in the pudding. So penalty to Wakefield, just to relieve the little bit of pressure there. What do you think about the substitution, David? Yeah, I think Nick's done a tremendous amount of work, and just over the last 5 minutes he was looking a little bit tired, so I think David has tried to introduce a fresh pair of legs. Yeah. So here we have with Tracy, first touch of the ball. I think it's just changing the tactics a little bit, moving Nigel into the pack. Probably a bit more strength in the defensive qualities, and Tracy coming to stand off. Probably a bit more pace at standoff, and letting Mark revert back to his role at scrum half, trying to create a little bit more. Yeah, a good strong run there from Nigel Bell, taking play into the Wigan half now. So Conway then goes at first man, looking for support. There we have a knock on, I think, there. Yeah. Oh no, he's given offside. Andy Mason must have touched the ball and went back to Conway, who was offside position. So Hanley takes a quick tap, trying to catch Wakefield outline, running across with the ball. Gives it across to Myers, who's well taken there by Tracy Latham. Edwards to Gildart, who's well taken by Glancy. So Edwards again. Ball to Dean Bell. Ido's on his outside here. Gives it to Ido. Then tries to get his winger away, but just kind of threw the ball into touch there, David. Looked a little lack of thinking there on Ido's part.
I think he's been quiet all game. Jed Byrne's done a tremendous job on him. You know, and consequently Kevin Ido must be getting very frustrated, and I think that's why he did that.
Yeah, he's played tremendous defensive game as Jed on Ido, as you said, David. So it's Shelford then trying to break through. Wakefield at this stage, you'd be hoping to play the game a little bit in the Wigan 22-metre area, I think, David, just to get them under a little bit of pressure. We just Glancy taking it in. Both teams must be feeling the pace a bit. Mortimer then has a kick. He's kicking it down. It looks a good kick. It's rolling and rolling, and play goes into the Wigan 22, where it's going to be a scrum down with the head and ball to Wigan. So they'll be looking for the forwards to get a good shove on here, see if we can regain position. So Wigan then with the ball. It's like Hanley's got it, where the crowd are cheering when he's tackled. Yeah. So Wigan then having to come away now from their own 22. This is where the defence has got to be tight, and they've got to try and keep pressure on them here, so we get a good chance of regaining possession if they're wanting to win this game. There's about 15 minutes left. So Edwards on a little darting run, but well policed there by Mortimer, and Shelford just comes in to give him hand. So here we have Dermot, shows the ball. He's well taken again by Mason. Had a good defensive game as well as Andy Mason. So we're on the last, and Wigan haven't gone anywhere. It's back to Lydon. What can he do? He kicks, and it's an excellent kick, is that? But bounces nicely for Slater, who takes it just short of the halfway line and brings play back to the halfway line, where Wilson goes in acting half-back, runs round Mortimer, showing the ball, still got play, but just coming across the field a bit, never gaining much in distance there. So Johnny Thompson having a go on his own. Knocks Edwards backwards. White numbers takes him, and Bell to Mortimer. Conway with the ball, showing it one way, drops Jed Byrne off, who comes on a good straight run, looking dangerous there. So Wakefield now getting a bit of pressure on Wigan. Conway does a little chip through. It's a good chip for the corner. Miser's chasing. His ball's back there. Looks like a Wakefield try. It's a Wakefield try. A very good kick there. While that was going on, the Lydon were receiving treatment, so there's no full-back. Probably David will tell you more about it as I were watching the play, but it's a very good try. I couldn't actually see who scored it, but it looks like Mason was the one to get the final touch, David.
Yeah, Mark Conway had spotted that Joe Lydon was injured, and Joe Lydon had been injured from the time that he kicked out of defence when we'd kept him down in the 25. Mark spotted it though, chipped over the top. The bounce was kind, and it hasn't been for a few weeks, but it was kind to us this time. And whoever, what anybody ever wants to say about Andy Mason, he's one of the poachers extreme, and he was there to score the try in.
Yeah, and that's with roughly in the 68th minute, I think, David. It's Wakefield 14, Wigan 12. So can Mark Conway make this kick? And what would you must say about this Wakefield side? They went in 12-2 down, didn't deserve to be really. They fought their way back, and what anybody says, this is a good side, a very good side, to come back at Wigan from 12-2 down and to be leading 14-12 at this stage in a game takes a lot of doing. Just goes wide from Conway, so Wakefield in the lead by 14 points to 12. 10 minutes to go. So Andy Platt then comes back on the field. They're moving Marshall to full back by the looks. That's what the instructions are. Because they've got two. Jones there just a bit careless with the ball. So it's going to be Wakefield under pressure now with the scrum to Wigan with head and ball. What they're going to be doing now. So I'll just ask David for a comment in a moment about the straight through. Thought it was Wakefield ball there, but went straight through, so it's Golding to put the ball in again. Looks set up for a move, do Wigan. And it's a penalty to Wigan for not scrummaging right, Wakefield. So what's Wigan going to do? Are they going to go for goal because Lydon's off? So I don't know who's going to be kicking goals. So no, they're taking the tap. Here will come Lucas really coming, striving for the line, but the Wakefield defence has got to be on its mettle now. It looks like a bit of obstruction there, but the referees, true to character as happened all night, we've had a lot of them that haven't been blown. So it's Edwards to Dean Bell. Hanley moving it wide. Hanley there, shoving Conway off, keeping the ball alive. Lazenby's holding on to the man there. Calls for some strong tackling now from Wakefield. So Platt going straight and hard. He's pulled Wakefield again for offside. I think the referee's got it down for a draw on his Coopen. He's really trying his best. So I think Maurice Lindsay must be getting him some points. So Wigan striving in again now towards the Wakefield line. Can the defence hold them out? They're going to try. Boy, are they going to try. So a now move now there. Lazenby's up on, looks like Andy Platt it was. So Edwards running across. Gives it to Hanley, comes on a burst, but he's taken by Jed Byrne. Hold him up in the tackle, and Shelford comes to give him hand. I think if I know Ellery, he's got another penalty as Ellery. He's going on his own again, but he's got shoved back. So that's 3 penalties in quick succession. I'll hand over to when I have a chance to David, but at this time it's a little bit exciting with the pressure on. So here they come again. Golding to Edwards. Edwards getting a bit caught out, looking to get through. Taken by Shelford, so Wakefield having some tackling to do here. Golding to Dean Bell. To Goodway. Who's he got inside there? He's given a forward pass. I'll just bring David in at this time for the forward pass.
Well, what can you say about Mr. Kendall today, Ian? You know, some of the decisions that he's been given, I just can't explain. Like you say, he's probably got this game down for a draw on the Coopen, but fortunately he was with us there, and I think the decision was right. It was a forward pass, and let's just hope that we can come away and ease the pressure.
So Wakefield with the ball. Oh, that's a bad mistake by Lazenby. He's lost the ball. The overlap here of Wigan now. Must be a try here, I would think. Oh, and he's lost the ball. It looked all over a Wigan try, and Goodway's lost the ball, and it's a penalty to Wakefield. Well, I just don't know what to say about it. It looked all over a try there to Wigan. Well, good fortune does shine on some people, and I think that has to be said that Lazenby lost the ball. Wigan, like a flash, on it, moved the ball out. Goodway, who's playing in the centre, looked all on the score. I think if it had passed to his winger, it must have been a try. A little bit greedy, went on his own, lost the ball. But this is what you get when you suck 2 forwards. It could help up. What do you think about the substitution when you have 2 forwards, David?
Well, in certain games it pays you to have 2 forwards on the bench. Tonight, though, especially the incident that we've just been talking about with Goodway there, the decision that he made to keep the ball was the wrong one. He had the winger outside of him, but just the man to tackle Goodway there was David Jones, a crunching tackle. That's why Wigan lost the ball in, because it was an absolutely crunching tackle on Goodway, and that's why he lost the ball.
Yep. So Wakefield now bringing the ball away. Conway goes in acting half-back, looks for the kick, but changes his mind, so Gary Price slips it back to Conway. Conway throws a long ball out to Wilson, but Wilson didn't bend his back, I don't think, quite enough, so it's ball goes into touch. Wakefield, all they needed were a little bit steadiness there, but seemed to be just not controlling the game as they should there. They should have just kept control of the ball, but decided to keep the ball. So Wigan now with a heading ball, so it's Goodway in the centre. He's well taken by Andy Mason, who's had an excellent game in defence as well as attack. So Edwards coming away. He's well taken by Glancy. Wigan now still coming, trying to get into the Wakefield half. We have Platt just making a bit of yardage, so McDermott in acting half-back again to Golding, passes it to Edwards, long wide ball there to Dean Bell, who's gone on the other centre, but he's well taken by Andy Mason again. Great tackle instinct from Andy Mason, I must say that as a centre myself. I watched him tonight and he's done some very good defence in the work in the centre, as well as Jed Byrne. It's excellent to see. So it's Wigan kick downfield into touch, so it's a scrum middle of the 22-metre line with Wakefield to put in. There's about 5 minutes to go plus injury time, and I don't think there's been much injury time. Wakefield have got the ball. Conway behind the scrum. Andy Wilson plays the ball. It's penalised Wigan there for offside at the play of the ball, not marking square. And Wakefield player down, I just can't see who it is. At the moment, it looks like Adrian Shelford, yeah, just needing a little bit of treatment. Is Adrian, is it? No. Lee Robinson just goes past him, doesn't he? So Wakefield then with the tap just short of their 22-metre line. Adrian Shelford comes in, just taking the ball away. I don't think there'll be much fancy work from Wakefield now. They'll be just taking the time, just taking the ball away. That's another good drive from Johnny Thompson now. Just a change in the Wigan lineup. They've put Gildart now's out on the wing here with Goodway in the centre, so they have a forward combination of centre and wing. So it's back to Conway. Kicks deep. It's a very good kick as well. Marshall, the winger, gets across, picks the ball up, does Myers, and is well taken. So Mortimer there spotting him well, goes up, and then Byrne and Lazenby finish the job off. Acting half-back coming away with the ball. The crowd are really getting behind Wakefield now. The chance of Wakefield, Dermott taking the ball across there. Edwards skipping one way, skipping the other. Jed Byrne up in attack, forcing a back mistake from the Wigan backs. And then it's the wingman of Marshall, who's been playing at full back, just having to go back and take that ball. We have Gildart taking the ball away, and we're on the last tackle. That's good defence from Wakefield. Not much yardage here from Wigan. Back to Edwards. Kicks upfield. It's a good kick. It's not going to go into touch. Slater's going to get it inside his own 22. Picks up. Brings the ball away. Taken by Hanley. And young Gildart plays the ball to Jed Byrne at acting half-back. Takes it infield. Meets the big man of Lucas. Lucas there just hauling him down till he gets his defence set. Conway, long ball to Gary Price, long ball to Lazenby. And then it's to Mason. Mason pans it on to Wilson. Opening up a little bit there, Wakefield. I think they should be steadying it down a little bit, David, at this point. There's only a few minutes left, but for some unknown reason, they're trying to play a little bit too much football. It's a bit air-raising up here at times, isn't it?
It is, Ian, yeah. I mean, we're coming into the last minutes now, and it'd be a sin and a shame for us to lose the game after we've done extremely well for the last 20 minutes. And as you said earlier, coming back from a big deficit.
Shelford there, throwing the ball away from the tackle, and Hanley on his own. Bad mistake from Wakefield there. Shelford, ball to Byrne. Bad pass when we had the game sewn up at that stage, so it's Iro coming into the line, trying to go for the line now. Wakefield under pressure. Edwards, what's Edwards going to do? Skipping a dance, trying to go on his own, but there's no way through the defence at present. Edwards there. There's a lot of pulling and shoving in the play of the balls. Dermot going on his own from acting halfback. Well held by the Wakefield defence, so with Edwards to Golding. Golding, ball to Hanley, comes on the burst, but he's well taken again by Nigel Bell and Tracy Lazenby. So Golding with a little kick through. The ball's just gone dead. Came off a Wakefield man. I think the bit of luck we needed has been with us tonight in these vile stages. Could have been a try on there for Golding, David.
Yeah, it could have been a try, but it also could have been a try a little bit earlier. Shelford then, instead of keeping hold of the ball, was trying to let go. And as you say, all we need is a little bit of, instead of panicking, we just need to hold the ball and just maintain what we're doing here, and the victory's ours.
Yeah, I agree, David. Let's just take the ball in, just take it in. Come on, David, let's go. That's a good run. And again, let's nothing fancy at this stage of the game. Just play it sound and solid, lads. Come on, Adrian, that's the way. Let's take it into him. Nigel Bell in, acting halfback. Have a going to go a tilt on his own. And we're down to the last, so what we're going to do now, probably kick this way. No, Chris Mortimer, what's he going to do? Jed Byrne, it's a long wide ball to Jed Byrne, inside of David Jones. David Jones just running at the defence, and that's an handover. That's an handover. So good Wakefield play. It's given Wakefield offside there. They'll have to watch for the penalties in these latter stages. There's a Wigan man laid hurt. So Iro takes a tap on his own. Coming at the defence. What's he going to do? He shoves one off, shoves Shelford off. Nigel Bell, Andy Mason's there, shoves another. Big strong lad, he keeps going. Nigel Bell again in with defence with Shelford, so time running out now. I think we must be into injury time. This is probably Wigan's last chance. Edwards a little chip over. He's well policed though by Conway, who's alive to the move. So with Lucas in at acting halfback. Whistles from round the crowd, wanting the final whistle, but it's up to the hooter, the timekeepers. Long ball out to the wingman there, Andy Wilson. He's got him covered, he's going back. It's a ball in field to Iro. We're moving it wide again. Long ball out to Andy Goodway. Andy Goodway inside to Dean Bell. Dean Bell running back across the field, looking for space. Still going is Dean Bell, still going. But he's taken down then by Wilson and Mason. Hanley now with the ball, moving it wide. Wigan keeping the ball alive. Back inside. Ball's on the deck and Wakefield's got possession. Desperate tactics from Wigan, trying to keep the play alive, trying to go for the try. They know they had to go for it. The only chance they had of winning there in that stage, so it's Wakefield ball in their own 22. Young Slater just taking the ball away. Must be playing injury now, time now.
Yes, it's all over. I think if we just maintain these 6 tackles, and on the 6th tackle, let's hoist the ball down the field, I'm sure that we'll see the outer go in the next few seconds. Been no injury time at all.
So Shelford then, we're on the last. Where's it going to go? Must be back to Conway, I would think, or Mortimer's a good chance. Johnny Thompson tries a little kick. Goes to Gildart on the wing. Gildart breaks through the towel, taken by Nigel Bell and Johnny Thompson. So Hanley in acting halfback to Edwards. Edwards, little dummy, but Glancy comes out with a very good tackle there, and there goes the hooter. What a magnificent win this has been for Wakefield Trinity by 14 points to 12. 2 tries apiece, 1 goal, the difference between the sides. But on the night, on reflection, Wakefield to me have been the better side. and have been a great all-round performance.
Yes, Ian, you're right. Defensively over these last few games, Wakefield have been outstanding, and good defences win matches. If you turn the pressure then into points that you produce, and it's gone all too well for Wakefield over these last few weeks, Ian.
Yeah, I agree with that, David. What a magnificent night it's been for Wakefield Trinity. Crowd here streaming onto the pitch. I think, in reflection, it's been a great win for Wakefield, well deserved. I think they've been the better side all night. And let's hope for the next match.
Yeah, there's just one point that I'd like to make, and that is that Wakefield went behind to some terrible refereeing decisions, and they came back from those poor refereeing decisions to an emphatic victory. And like I keep saying, if we can maintain this level of consistency, Ian, then we are going to be one of the teams to beat in this first division this season.
Yeah, with the win tonight, that puts Wakefield, I think, into 5th spot in the first division. Welcome points. So we've only played 9 matches. We're catching up on the leaders. There's Bradford in front and OKR, but they've played 3 and 4 matches more than we have. So a great victory tonight. Hope you've all enjoyed it.